So your Tuesday and Wednesday nights? Yeah, they are about to look completely different. Today, we're breaking down a literal monumental shift in European football. We are diving deep into the radical, totally revamped UEFA Champions League format, and we're going to see why Barcelona might be staring down an absolute nightmare scenario. We've got the data, we've got the match analysis, so let's just jump right in.
Because the big question hanging over this entire tournament right now is this: did Barcelona just get handed the worst draw imaginable? I mean, to understand if this European giant really just got a tournament death sentence right out of the gate, we have to take a step back. We literally can't evaluate their draw without looking at the massive, historical changes to the competition itself.
Part 1, the new Champions League.
Okay, so forget literally everything you knew about the group stages. The old era of drawing 3 specific teams and just trying to scrape by for a top 2 spot, that is officially over. We're stepping into the reality of a massive 36-team universal mega table. You aren't just fighting a tiny group anymore, you're racking up points on one giant single standings board. It's a whole new ballgame.
Here's how this 36-team beast actually functions game to game. Under these new rules, you're playing 8 different opponents. That means 4 matches at home and 4 on the road. These matchups are drawn from 4 coefficient-based pots to keep the difficulty mixed, and clubs from the same country are strictly kept apart for now. So, you don't play anyone twice. It is 8 completely distinct tactical battles.
Section 2. The Mega Table Explained.
So how do you actually survive this thing and make it to the final? It's basically a 3-step survival guide. Step 1, finish in the top 8, and boom, you go straight to the round of 16. Step 2, finish anywhere from 9th to 24th, and you're thrown into a crazy high-stakes 2-legged playoff just to stay alive. And Step 3, 25th through 36th are instantly eliminated. This completely flips the strategy. Consistency is what matters now, not perfection. One bad night away in Munich doesn't automatically ruin your tournament anymore, as long as you make up the points somewhere else.
Moving on to Section 3. Draw winners and losers.
Now that we actually understand the stakes, let's look at who won and who lost here. We've got to start with a contender like Arsenal, because their draw is absolutely brutal. I mean, they are running a literal gauntlet. At home, they have to host heavyweights like Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, plus Leo and Sabah. And their away tripes? They've got to visit Bayern Munich, Napoli, and Slavia Prague. Having to play both Madrid and Bayern is basically the absolute worst-case scenario you could get from Pot 1.
Let's contrast that in Section 4, Real Madrid's favorable path.
Seriously, compare Arsenal's nightmare to Real Madrid. Analysts are already calling this arguably the easiest draw of the entire tournament. Yes, Madrid does face Inter Milan and Arsenal early on, sure, but their final 4 fixtures are incredibly soft for this level of competition. They get RB Leipzig and LKS at home, and they travel to Shakhtar and AEK Athens. Having a slate that easy at the back end of your schedule is a massive, massive advantage for banking points. But then we get to Section 5, Barcelona's nightmare scenario.
Because if Real Madrid got the dream draw, Barcelona is living an absolute nightmare. Their path starts with a vicious sequence of 4 games that could honestly go either way. First, they have to host a total powerhouse in Manchester City, complete with Erling Haaland, plus a really strong Aston Villa squad. And the away games are terrifying. They visit Portuguese giant Sporting, and crucially, they have to face Luis Enrique's Paris Saint-Germain. There are 0 breathers here, guys. No guaranteed points whatsoever.
But here's what turns a tough draw into a full-blown crisis. Barcelona is walking into this tournament without a true number 9. As the source material points out, Robert Lewandowski and his 120 goals left. Ferran Torres, who was a solid, serviceable 9, also left. That creates this massive, glaring void right at the top of their formation exactly when they need firepower the most. It's forcing them to completely scramble and rely on guys playing totally out of position.
Which brings us to Section 6. Pitch struggles and reality.
You want to see what this missing number 9 looks like in reality? Just look at their insanely messy match against Athletic Club. It was chaos. You had Anthony Gordon making a debut start on the left flank, having to just figure it out on the fly, and the lack of a clinical finisher was just so obvious. Pedri delivered this absolute godlike pass to Rafinha, who they are forcing to play as a makeshift line, but it was narrowly ruled out by VAR for offside. Later on, Rafinha even hit the post. I mean, they are getting close, but in the mega table, close does not get you points. And right in the middle of all this chaos, all eyes are on their young superstar, the world champion, number 10, Lamine Yamal. He definitely showed flashes of brilliance against Athletic Club, taking shots and trying to drive the offense forward. But the team is desperately waiting for him to find his absolute best form. When he is peaking, he's arguably one of the best on the planet, but right now, he's still trying to click into that untouchable gear to carry a squad that just doesn't have a dedicated striker.